That make you happy?
Yes, sir. Got 5 minutes, hurry this thing up. Okay.
They're out there fencing. I think so. Page 8. How are you doing, sir?
Good, how about yourself?
Doing great. I like the way you do.
Bryan.
Here.
Polk. Blackwell. Blunt. Kaufman. DeBar. Doty. Fillingane. Frazier. Harkins. Hobson. Horn. Jackson. Johnson. McMahon. Parker. Parks. Wiggins. Witherspoon. We have a quorum.
First item on the agenda is House Bill 94. This bill establishes within the State Department of Health a Center for Rural Health Innovation. There's no additional funding connected with this. If there is to be any funding, that's an appropriation issue way down the road. But this just establishes a Center for Rural Health Information. The idea would be that this would be a resource for small rural hospitals where there would be an exchange of best practices, some technical support. It means a great deal to the House Chair, who's been very cooperative with our suggestions, and if there are no questions, I would entertain a motion, title sufficient, do pass. Debate, discussion, are you ready to vote? All in favor say aye. All opposed, no. The ayes appear to have it. The ayes have it. We'll report that to the Appropriations Committee. The next item on the agenda is what is called the vaping bill. I ask that a committee substitute be prepared, which basically contain the Senate-passed language on penalties, which my understanding is, in general terms, this makes penalties for selling vaping to minors identical to penalties for selling tobacco to minors. And it has the tax provision, which I think is the lower tax provision of the ones that have been considered. That is my sort of glib understanding of the bill. Fortunately, we have a lawyer who's actually read the bill and actually knows the details that are in it, and he can explain that to us. I'm told that pages 8 and 14 are missing from the bill that was originally handed out, and I'm led to believe they're on their way if they haven't already arrived. We got pages 8 and 14. Well, we won't vote on it till we get pages 8 and 14 here, but why don't we let Ethan explain the bill more technically than I did.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. This bill does regulate and tax vaping products, and it does so by placing an excise tax on open system vaping products and closed system vaping products. And then it also adds into the tax structure a violation of the regulations as a way for a retailer to lose their permit. So basically what this bill does is take vaping regulation and it copies what was done for the tobacco tax law. So the enforcement is the same as the tobacco tax law, but raised to 21 years of age. And then the tax portion, the excise tax, turn to it. See the definitions there on page 7, lines 191 through and then into page 8, the missing one of the phantom pages that we'll have in just a minute. It defines consumable material, vapor product, closed system vapor product, and then open system vapor product is on page 8. And then on lines 299 to 304 are the excess tax. On a closed system vapor product, there's a 5 cents per millimeter of consumable material and a proportionate tax at the like rate on all fractional parts thereof. And then on lines 303 and 34, there's a 5% of the manufacturer's list price tax on open system vapor products. And the main difference between those two types of products is in a closed system vapor products, that is a vaping pen or cigarette that is bought and closed and not intended to be opened or refilled by the consumer. Line 303 to 304, that's your open system vaping product that can be opened and refilled, and you buy refillable nicotine materials for that. And that's pretty much the explanation of the bill.
I believe that we have a new copy which does have all the pages to it. I'm not going to vote on everything until we've got the complete copy distributed and everybody's had a chance to look at it and read it if he or she desires to do so. But at this point, had an explanation of the bill. Are there questions about the content of the bill, mechanically what it does or what's in it? Senator Blackwell.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I just want to clarify that the penalties, it looks like it starts at 395 through 403. Those are the same penalties that exist for folks underage who would try to purchase cigarettes.
Yes, sir. Yes, Senator.
Senator Fillingham.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Just a clarifying question. Currently, what do we tax these products at?
There is no excise tax on these products. The only current tax would be just sales tax.
Okay, so there's a sales tax but no excise.
That's correct.
Okay, so we would propose in the middle of an economic downturn and in the middle of a coronavirus to add additional taxes to a particular product in this legislation.
This legislation does do additional taxes.
Thanks, appreciate it.
Someone else have a question? Is there any debate on the bill itself? I think we've got and distributed copies. Has everybody who wants a copy obtained a copy and satisfied himself about the content of the bill? Not, is there a motion, title sufficient, do pass? The bill is doubly referred. It would be going to the Finance Committee. Motion, title sufficient, do pass. You ready to vote? All in favor say aye. All opposed, no.
No.
Here's the ayes have it. Here's the ayes have it. The ayes have it. We'll report that to the Finance Committee. I'll entertain a motion to rise and report. All in favor say aye. Opposed, no. Thank you. Thank you again. Thank you for coming. I'm sorry about the glitch, but if that's the worst thing that we do, we'll be in good shape.